Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I Javed Ahmed from UPS Kralbatpura, Zone Langate. As you all know that in view of COVID-19 we are home quarantine. In this connection, I make a little bit effort to prepare a video lecture for my students. So I selected the topic regarding plants. This is the chapter number 7 of class 6th. First of all, let's get to know the different parts of the plant. This is the basic structure of the plant. We see the many plants, some are small, some are big, but the basic structure of the plant is as it consists of two systems. One is root system and the second one is shoot system. This root system, this is the underground part of plant, and shoot system, it is the above ground part of plant. This shoot system, it consists of many parts just like stem, leaf and flower. So this was all about the basic structure of the plant. Based on the nature of the stem, based on the thickness of stem or the texture of the stem, we can classify the plants into the following categories. Number one is herbs. Herbs are the plants having the green and tender stem, or we can say herbs are the group of plants having the green and tender stem. And next to it are the shrubs. Shrubs are the plants having the hard stem, but the stem of the shrubs is not very thick, and the branching in these plants starts at the base of the stem. As we see in most of the plants, the branching starts at the top of the stem, but in case of shrubs, the branching starts near the base of the stem. Next to it are the trees. Trees are the plants having the hard and thick stems. Just we see as in case of poplar tree, apple tree, pear tree. These plants fall into the category of trees. And next to it are the creepers. Creepers are the group of plants having the weak stems. The stem of these plants is so weak that they cannot stand upright, and they spread on the surface of the ground. And next to it are the climbers. Climbers are the plants that take the support on the neighboring structures and climb on them, and these are known as the climbers. This was all about the classification of the plants. And next to it are the parts of the plants and their function. Number one is stem. Stem, as we see in this plant, this stem, it is the connecting link between root and leaf. What is the function of the stem? Stem performs many functions, but the primary function of the stem is that it conducts water and minerals absorbed by the roots to the leaf. And the second function of the leaf is stem is that it transports the food prepared in the leaves to other parts of the plants. This transportation is carried by narrow tubes. These narrow tubes, we can also call them conducting tissue. This conducting tissue consists of two types of the vessels. One is known as xylem and another one is known as phloem. This xylem, it is meant for the conduction of water and minerals from roots to other parts of the plant. And this phloem, it is known as food channel. It is meant for the transportation of the food from leaves to other parts of the plants. So this was all about the stem. Next to it is the leaf. As we see, leaves are of various colors, shapes and sizes, but the main structure of the leaf is as the leaf mainly consists of these parts. This is the petiole. Petiole is the part of the leaf. Petiole is the part of the leaf through which leaf is connected to the plant. And this is the lamina. The broad part of the leaf is known as lamina, and this is the leaf tip. In leaf there are veins, and in middle of the leaf there runs a thick vein, this that's known as midrib. So we can say the leaf consists of petiole, lamina, leaf tip, midrib and veins. In leaf there are present thin pores that are known as stomata. These stomata are meant for the gases exchange. And these stomata, these are surrounded by two guard cells. These guard cells help in opening and closing of the stomata. These veins are arranged in a leaf in a special pattern So the arrangement of the veins in a leaf is known as venation. This venation, it is of two types. One is known as reticulate venation and another one is known as parallel venation. What's reticulate venation? Reticulate venation is that type of the venation in which veins are arranged in a net-like pattern, or we can say veins are arranged in a branching pattern in a leaf. This type of venation is known as reticulate venation. And what is parallel venation? Parallel venation is that type of venation in which veins are arranged parallel to each other in a leaf, as we see in the leaves of maize plant. So this was all about venation. Next to it are the function of the leaf. What is the function of the leaf? The leaf performs two main functions. The first one is that it performs photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is that process by which the chlorophyll containing plants prepare the food for the plant. And that's why these leaves are known as the food factories of plants. And the second important function of the leaf is transpiration. As we see that plants absorb a lot of water from the soil through roots. Some of it is used in the process of photosynthesis, and the rest of it, which is used in the excess amount in the plant, is lost in the form of water vapors through leaves, and this is known as transpiration. So we can say transpiration is a process by which the plant loses excess water in the form of water vapors through leaves. So this was all about leaf. Next to it are root and the flower. This will be discussed in the next lecture. Thanks for today's lecture.